What is good, everyone? Welcome back to the YouTube. Today I'm going to be going through the best side hustle to get rich and get financially free in 2026. So it's 2025 now, but we're going to get ahead. We're only got a couple months till 2026. So you better watch this video, and after watching this video, you will know exactly the right business model to reach financial freedom. And as someone that went from working FIFO, working construction, doing all these hard labor jobs, to then doing this business model, it freed me from the trade, it freed me from construction. I'm able to go wherever I want, do whatever I want, buy whatever I want, all because I've learned this. So I'm going to teach you for free, and you guys will be able to do the exact same. So let's get straight into it. Now, you've probably seen a lot of people talk about digital products, digital products this, digital products that, buy a digital product, resell it, buy a cheap digital product, sell it for more, whatever, sell someone else's digital product. But no one really tells you what sort of digital products are the ones that you want to sell, right? And how to sell them. It's all just just do it. But how do you do it? You know what I mean? So in this, we've got 5 modules that we're going to be going through step by step. And I'm going to be breaking down absolutely everything and explain it all to you. Okay, so Module 1, and this is why digital products, and especially expensive digital products, are your key to financial freedom and the best way and the best business model in 2026. So first, with high ticket digital products. If you don't know what high ticket means, it just means they're more expensive. I would say low ticket is between $0 to about $1,000 is very low ticket. And then high ticket products are from 1,000 all the way up to basically infinite, right? The more you can sell, the more money you make, the more profit, right? So this is the thing with lower ticket digital products. You need to sell so many just to make a good income, or just to make the income that you would make of just one sale with the high ticket digital product. And let me tell you something, right? When you deal with someone that wants to buy a customer that wants to buy a lower ticket digital product, they are the worst customers that you can deal with ever. All right, let me tell you that much, because they're like, oh my God, bro, it's $50. Am I gonna really be able to spend $50? Is this gonna change my life? It's like, can't. It's $50, bro. And this is why, if they're not happy with the product and they want a refund, you've got to refund them for $50. And let's be honest here, if you're selling something for $50, are you really gonna put your hard work and sweat and tears into that to give as much value? Probably not, because the profit isn't that much, right? Compared to something that is worth $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. If someone buys something from you that's $20,000, you are going to put in 100% effort into them. They know you are going to give them 100% effort, and you will want to fucking hope that they get the fulfillment. So with this, digital products deliver near zero costs of goods, and it has infinite scalability. So you don't need to store anything. You don't need to send it, pay for delivery, because it's a digital product, right? Because the digital product kind of doesn't really exist. It's more just online. It can be stored anywhere, right? And it can be sold infinitely, meaning you can make as much money as fucking possible. Now, how do you actually sell these digital products? How do you actually get into a position of transaction and make the transaction? Now, first, you can either create the digital product, you can create the entire thing, and you can sell it to a customer. Let's say you create a digital product that helps fitness people and you're a fitness coach. That there is to help fitness people get fit, right? Now, the way that you sell that is obviously getting on a call and selling it to them. Now, the other way as well is you can sell other people's digital products. See, people like Iman Ghazi, Grant Cardone, Luke Belmar, Andrew Tate, all of these people, they aren't taking their own sales calls. Yeah, they might have created their own digital product, but they don't have enough time to get on every single sales call, take every single call, close every single deal. They would like to, but there's just no possibility, right? So they hire someone called a remote sales rep, which simply, in position, they take the call, close the deal, take a percentage of that entire deal, and that's their cut. Now remember, with remote sales, you don't need to post on social media. It's a fully remote role, meaning you can work from anywhere in the world. And it's how a lot of people are making $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000 a month completely remotely. So that's a remote sales is taking a call. Then they have something before that, which is more beginner friendly, is appointment setting, which is simply setting up that deal. So going in the DMs, talking to the customer and booking them on for a call with the sales rep. And if you want proof of concept, Freddie here made £900 in just 2 days doing appointment setting. If you're Australian, that's $1,800 in 2 days, just appointment setting. That's it. What about Michael here, who in his second month of doing this, he made 2,100 AUD in one single day. That's fucking crazy. But you see the possibility once you learn the skill, once you get the right offer, and once you learn how to sell. Simple. Okay, these are the things that you need to learn, and these are the products that you need to sell. Would he be able to make $2,100 in a single day by selling a $50 product? Probably not, because he would have to sell a lot compared to, I would say he just sold maybe one or maybe two products and he made that money in one single day. You see the effort that goes into it. It's a lot of, once you learn the actual skills, the effort to make money isn't that much, rather than just trying to get a cheap buck off a few different people. So why is 2026 so different? Remote sales has been around in 2025, remote sales has been around in 2024, 2023. It's always been around, but why is 2026 different? And I'll tell you why. Digital buying is normalized post-pandemic. So before 2020, do you remember when there wasn't really a whole lot of online jobs? It was mainly just like a few tutoring, maybe a little bit of courses, and maybe a few gym routines, but it wasn't something that was big. But after 2020, after COVID, we saw a massive growth in people wanting to stay at home, people wanting to make money online, and this is where it all started. So we are in 6 years of the making, and it's still progressing and about to explode now. Another thing is the tooling explosion. What I mean by that is, so AI, no code, payment rails, all these things are exploding in 2026. Along with that, it's now very common to actually just get on a sales call or get on a call with someone and discuss business, discuss what is going on, and actually hand money over without even meeting that person. That is very normalized. But like back in 2020, back in 2021, 2022, that would have been a very, very bad thing or scary thing to do, but now it's very normalized. So along with that, digital products are booming. So one, online education, that is booming. Now templates, automations, and data packs drives SMB efficiency. Now I may be talking a lot of bullshit right now, and you might be on, this blog is speaking Japanese, but let me tell you why. So all of these things, templates, automations, and data packs drive SMB efficiency. So all of these things, right, they provide a service. They provide also products. So people sell this. Now you don't have to create anything. You don't have to create a SB drive. Like, you just simply have to learn how to sell it. Okay. Now, paid communities, mentorships create recurring revenue. So let me tell you something. So in the last, I would say 2 years, mentorships and paid communities have also boomed. Like, I know I've spent over nearly $30,000 in the last year and a half on paid mentorships, paid coaching to level up, right? I got closed by a closer. I got appointment setter by an appointment setter. That's just the business. I'm okay with that. So along with that, every year I renew. So I renew my payment. Now, if you close me and I renew, you're going to get a chunk of that. So imagine when you start to close people. Now, I'm not a big person on passive income, but once you start to close people and bring them in into, let's say, a paid community, or let's say a service where a monthly service or a monthly subscription, you're going to be getting a cut of that every single month. Let's say 10%. So you were getting 10%. The cost was $2,000 a month. Some business, that's quite reasonable for some businesses. That means every month you're going to be getting $200 from that one client. And they've already bought the service they're going through. You don't really need to talk to them. Maybe every now and then you get on a call with them, but your job is to simply bring them in, okay? And close them. That's it. Now I want to talk about why high ticket beats low ticket. And I just touched on this before about it, it being more effective and less effort just to sell something more expensive and better clients. First, obviously, higher profit per sale. Fewer customers required. Like I was saying, for you to get, let's say, $1,000 profit and you've got a product that is $50, it's going to take you 20 customers just to make that $1,000. So that's a lot of effort. That's, are you going to really be talking to those people all day or week? And those people are going to be like, oh man, I had to buy the groceries. I can't afford this. It's too expensive. But compared to if you just get one customer that pays $1,000, whether they get a loan, whether they have the savings, whether they borrow the money, I don't know. But people can make it. So it's a lot efficient to do that, and less added stress as well. Better customers, like I was saying, and simpler operations. And also premium prices attracts committed, higher quality buyers. So higher quality customers, right? Like when someone tells you that it's $10,000 to invest into a coaching program, to invest into something, they're going to go, okay, well, there's a high chance this is going to make me a lot of money, compared to it being just a $50 or $100 or $200 product or service. You know that there's not really going to be a whole lot of return in that. So I see, okay, if the bigger the investment is, the bigger the return on investment is, right? So if I invest $10,000, I know that I can make $10,000. Now, the financial freedom math. We all want financial freedom, but before you reach financial freedom, you must break it down and understand the maths of how to achieve it. So let's go with the 20K month. 20K month, $240,000 a year. You can live pretty comfortably. You can't really fly a private jet or, buy a Lamborghini, but you can live pretty good. Maybe you can fly business, first class. You can eat whatever the fuck you want. You can buy whatever the fuck you want, and it's a good living. Now, the goal, 20K a month, profit, 20 sales of $2,000. That is $40,000 revenue. 50 to 70% margins, achievable via digital product only deliver. So the margins are so much bigger because you don't have to pay for the shipping. You don't have to pay for the storage, the delays, the handles, the boxing, all that bullshit. You don't have to pay for that, okay? So all of that money that you would normally pay goes into your pocket. 2 sales per business day equals financial independence. So just 2 sales, just 2 sales. Can you imagine just doing 2 sales per day, reaching $40,000 a month in revenue, 20K a month profit, compared to talking to and trying to make sales of 20 people per day just to get $50. Now, let me tell you when anyone can do this. Anyone can do this, okay? Anyone can do this. I know for a fact that I am no much special. I'm no different to you, in no way different, okay? I'm very normal. I get distracted. I party, I drink, you know what I mean? I make mistakes, but I was able to do this. Okay? So if I can do it, then I know you can too. So no degree needed. You don't need a degree, only a valued outcome. So learn remote selling via DMs, via calls, learn that. Now the thing, once you learn these skills, they never leave you. It's like, I was talking to someone recently actually about a business, and they were saying, yeah, I did drop shipping. I actually made 40 grand. And I said, well, what happened? You're back at work. You're back working at your construction job, yet you made $40,000 online. What happened? I said, I didn't have the right product. That's a perfect example that you can choose a business model and it go to complete shit, and you go to complete shit. But if you learn a skill set of sales, even marketing, DM setting, no matter what you're selling, no matter what business model you're in, you have those skills. And in any business, they need to sell and they need to market their product and service. So if you learn those two, you're sweet, right? Once you have those, you can leverage your skills to get into any business model instead of just worrying about which business model to do. Okay. Module 2, the best high ticket digital products to sell in 2026. So what are the best high ticket digital products? That's a question that people ask because people get confused. Some say it's fitness, some say it's real estate, some say it's love coaching. I don't know. Outcome certifications, train and certify professionals. So what that means is when someone needs something to become a professional, like a certificate, like a degree, that is very good to sell. If you can get behind that and get into that circle or get into that transaction, you will be printing, my friend. Ring up the fucking bank, you'll be printing. It's because they need it. They need it to get to that next level. So like, for example, right, if they're, let's say a doctor, right? I don't know really a whole lot about doctors. Let's say they need to pay for this $10,000 certificate to then get them onto the job that's going to pay them $200,000 a year. To them, they're like, I know that once I pay this money, I will be earning $200,000 a year. So paying $10,000 isn't really that bad. Getting into that transaction, getting into that circle is going to be perfect. Now, next is revenue systems, funnels, ads, and growth frameworks. Now, this is more of a business to business. If you guys can get onto a business to business, and what I mean that is when a business is selling a service or a product to another business, you are going to print. But funnels, ads, growth, and framework are very, very important to a business's growth. So like I was saying before, if a business is making $200,000 a year, or let's say $50,000 a month, and they're like, I want to get to $150,000. Now your product or service, your funnels, your ads, your growth frameworks can get them to the goal that they want. Them investing $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 is okay because they're like, well, we know that we're going to be making this amount of money, right? So that is very valued and they want that, right? That's the outcome that they want. Next is automation bundles, pre-built AI workflows and templates, same sort of thing. Data products, verified data sheets, benchmarks, lead lists, micro SaaS, solve one painful problem with a simple tool. Building a tool around a very common problem is another recipe to print cash. So premium communities, ongoing mentorships, and networking. So all of these here that I've been just talking about mainly go to business. A lot of stuff that is business to business is really good to get on. If you can get onto that, you need to get onto that. But another thing is business to customer. So customer, like an everyday kind of person, like me, like you, your mum. But that stuff is that's business to customer. Things like fitness and individual, learning how to make money online, like this. If you were to buy a course on how to make money online, that would be business to customer. So these sorts of things are what you also want to get onto. Now, things like trading, personal development, mindset, money management, relationships, tons of different things. Now, a big thing that I want to talk about with actually the right digital products and what's the best digital product to sell, there isn't really a best digital product to sell. I would say it's more up to you. What do you want to sell? You should really sell something that you truly believe in. And what I say by that is, if you've gone through a fitness, you went from fat, you bought a guy's course or a coach's mentorship, and he turned you from being fat to then losing the weight that you wanted and getting the dream physique, you would feel like a sense of fulfillment. So you would feel happy about that. So you would feel motivated to then sell that and to share that to other people that are in the same position that you're in. You get what I'm saying? If you have a positive outcome with a product or service that you've bought, I mean, well, why not sell it? You know what I mean? The same sort of thing. If you have a problem and you can create a solution to that, well, sell the solution, bro. Now, what really makes a high-ticket digital product? So what really makes it? It solves money, time, and risk problems. So it's a problem solver. The bigger the problem, the bigger the money. Includes templates, scripts, calculators, or a system. So big things now in business are systems. Systemizing everything comes, boom, this does this, when this happens, boom, they work together. It's all systemized. These are very valued things. Some people just can't create these. I know I sometimes suck at building systems, so I pay for them. Provides proof, ROI, screenshots, case studies, ad support, coaching, Q&A, certification. So all of these things make it inexpensive. If you just had one of these things, it wouldn't be high ticket, right? If you just had screenshots, case studies, ROI, it's just like, oh yeah, do this. Here's a sheet of something that you should do. Here's some results. That's something you could sell for 50 bucks. You wouldn't want to sell that. But if it solved a big problem, if it had the templates, scripts, calculators, and systems, everything in it, if it had the case studies, the screenshots, the return on investment that you're going to be getting, the coaching, the support, the Q&A, the certification at the end, that is what is going to boost the price, okay? You understand? Pricing benchmarks. So with high ticket, outcome programs, 1.5K to 5K. Outcome is more like they want an outcome, like the fitness, love, making money online. Revenue playbooks, this is a thing to make you money. 1,000 to 3K. Automation bundles, so things like systems, like I was talking about before. 1.5K to 4K. Data products, 2K to 10K, depending on what it really is. So these are the ranges here, but I would say a lot of them can go a lot more. I would say all of them can go above 10K, okay? So the offer stack. So core transformation plus accelerators plus community, all are like a stacking of the offer. Instead of it just having one good thing, it has 3 or 4 good things. So guarantee and accountability, improve conversion. Continually subscription ensures stable cash flow. So stable cash flow for you, stable cash flow for the business. For example, I'll give you an example. If the community that I'm in that coaches people how to actually do this, it has coaching, it has 3 to 4 calls a day that you can get on, it has one-on-one coaching, it has accountability, it has mindset, it has community. So it has all of these things. It's just stacking onto different stuff. Now, if you're interested in getting the training like that, then there's a link in the description to book a call with them. They'll go over everything, see what needs for you, build a plan for you to execute something like this. But in your own time, check that out. But yeah, so once it's stacked up, there's more value to it, right? So niche examples. I'll give you an example, right? B2B, outbound OS for agents, or e-commerce, like dropshipping, stuff like that. AI ad generator for creators. So an AI ad generator will be very useful because let's say you're selling a cat cleaner or something. I don't really know. But you're selling a cat cleaner and you need the services, you need ads. You don't know how to run ads. So you, or the business owner, knows how to create ads and has an AI ad generator. That's perfect, right? So it's perfect as well. So next is the 80 out of 20 product market fit. So first, pick urgent, valuable problems in a spending market. So problems that people come up to, that people really face. So I'll give you an example. When dropshipping was a massive thing, people were so quick to, I want to make money with dropshipping, I want to be a dropshipper, I want to do this, I want to do that. But they didn't know how to create a website. They didn't know how to find the products to sell. They didn't know a lot of things. So pick an urgent, valuable problem that's spending in the market. So when you can solve a problem and have the solution and sell that solution, you are going to print, bro. That is, or even partner up with someone that is selling the solution and sell that, right? Like a lot of people try and reinvent the wheel and like make a new business model or may have this new thing, have these new systems. But if something is already working for someone, partner up with them and sell their product or service on behalf of them, bro. So pre-sell before building to validate demand. All right, module 3. So selling premium products remotely is the best thing. So remote funnel, attract, qualify, convert, onboard. Simple as that. Keep it straightforward. None of this resell. Like it is just a simple, straight step to achieve it. So first, DM to call workflow, it will replace the cold outreach, the cold calling, the cold DMing, because when you have marketing and people wanting that product, like they have a problem, they want the solution, and you are telling people that you have the solution, they will come to you, they go through the DM process, they go onto the call with you, and that's where the deal is made. Attract, qualify, convert, onboard. So you see what I'm saying? So cold outreach, yes, you can do it, but you don't want it to be your main source of actually getting clients. So Zoom is obviously the best one to do. So you want to download Zoom, obviously, but mainly learn the skills. So the DM to call framework, this is the framework that you want to be using to get them from where the DMs are, the marketing, from marketing to first bit of conversation, to then on a call with you or them, to then on a call, to then closing that deal. So first, finding the prospects, whether it be marketing, whether it be if you have to do a bit of cold outreach, if you have to run ads, perfect. For me, I've never run an ad in my life. So I've done shout outs. I guess you can call those ads. I did pay for them, but really it's just all organic. Once you realize and once you understand and you do content, you realize that ads are stupid, you know, because I'll tell you one thing, a lot of people kind of don't have trust with ads. They know that you want money. If you're just simply posting content and studying the algorithm, doing what's viral, repurposing what is viral and making your own content, you will go viral and you will bring in eyeballs to your product. Another thing is you engage with them on the comment section and bring them to the DMs. Now you want to be asking discovery questions. Invite onto a pre-call, invite onto a free masterclass webinar where you run it. So you don't want to be coming off selling majorly because they know that they're going to get sold. If they have a big problem, they know that there's going to be a price tag to it. Now, the high ticket call framework. The frame of it, the start of it, 2 to 3 minutes. Agenda plus the outcome. Then you want to discover. Now you want to discover absolutely everything. So their situation, their pain, their urgency, their prior attempts. They tried to start a business before, but they failed, or they have the pain of they're living paycheck to paycheck, so they want to start a business, or they want to get into this, or they want to get out of their job. That's their pain. Or they're unfit. Their pain is they can't play with their kids. That's the pain, right? The urgency, they've been doing it for so long, they need to change right now. The map solution, the solution to their problem, the objection handling and the enroll. So the objection handling is the objections, whether it be fear, whether it be they don't have the money, whether they need to talk to their partner, is it going to work out, stuff like that. You need to learn how to objection handle those objections. Now, if you want to get the actual training, get the actual right framework, and get the coaching to learn how to do this properly instead of just me telling you the framework, there's a link in the description to book in a call with the same people that coached me, the same people that taught me absolutely everything that I know. So if you want that, then go down there, book in a call, but only people that are serious. If you're not serious about this, then don't worry about it. So module 4, this is building the product without the team. So when you're creating the product and the people that want to create the product. So day 10. MVP plan. Validate, build, sell, deliver. Now, you want to be leveraging templates, recordings, pre-built tools. You want to be really leveraging that. What I mean by this is if you are you've been really fit in the gym, you want to start a fitness offer, you need to be recordings, you need to have pre-built tools, you need to have templates on how to get fit so that you can provide that to your customers. Next, start small. Start with 1 customer, start with 2 customers, then go 3, then go 4, then go 5. So start small, improve with real customers' feedback. So out of the 10 customers, you are going to learn so much about how you're coaching, things that are working, struggles that some clients have. Some people don't like to do this, but they like to do this. They like to eat this, but they don't like to eat that. And it's going to be different to just your routine. So you want to be leaning towards the tech stack in 2026. So if you are marketing your product or service, this is for you. So content, short form video plus carousels. So I know that for me, I post between 2 to 3 times per day on my main account, plus also a carousel. So you want to be posting as much as possible, but you also don't want to drown your audience, right? Now, things like this, carousels are perfect, people read them, but short form videos, if you are giving straight up value to the audience, they're going to respect you a lot more rather than just being like sell, 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 sell. When you can just give straight value on how to do something, they're going to think to themselves, well, if this is the free value, imagine what the paid stuff is. This next part is going to be templates equals leverage, and I'm going to dive into about this. So like I was saying before, to being able to use leverage for the benefit, right? So execution templates save hours. So these templates are already built, right? They're already built, they're already created for you just to sell. So it's a package that you can sell. It's not something basically put together. Maybe you need to add a few tweaks, but it's all there and it's ready to go. Like a fitness package, a business ads package, something that is there for you just to go, yep, sell, yep, boom, instead of creating a whole new thing, right? So all of these create leverage, meaning speed, meaning more money. Comms complete, things so simple as like how to build a whole ad funnel or how to do sales scripts. Along with that, we also need case studies and case studies that sell. So it's going to be hard at the start. If you're creating your own digital product, you have no clients, right? But you can get 10 clients and get 10 reviews from them, right? So show before and after results and quotes, use screenshots and short metrics. Even 2 to 3 proofs can drive conversions. So let's say 10 customers. If you just get them results and ask them to do, hey, can you do a case study for me? Can you give me a review online? If they obviously come back with a positive result, they're going to give a positive review on your business. So then you can show that to new customers that are thinking about buying. Now, a little trick with this is when you start to talk to more people or more people interested and they start hitting you with objections like, it's too expensive. What if it doesn't work out? I don't have enough time. It's not for me. I have an eating disorder. I can't do this. If you talk to someone, if you have a client that got over that fear or got over that roadblock or got over that objection, get them to write the review or the case study about that. So then you show that if you get that objection, you go, okay, bro, I understand that you're saying that you don't have enough time, but look at Mary here who didn't have enough time, was working 12 hours a day, but she found the right time because she stopped doom scrolling. She stopped doing useless shit and she put the effort in. And she put 1 to 2 hours a day, which you have, and she was able to get this result. So why can't you? You see what I'm saying? So once you have clients, once you have case studies, get them to target certain objections so that when people come to buy, they see the objection, they see that, oh, you know, that's me. I'm in that situation. Ah, this person has gone through it as well and gotten over it. Cool. Support without burnout. Now, you're gonna feel some sort of burnout. Everyone does, but that's okay. Weekly Q&A call and community. With everything, you need to have some sort of community. You need to have people that are in the same space, that are learning from you, that are doing the same thing, that are building with you. Clear boundaries on response times. This is a big thing. If you have a team, they need to be responding ASAP. I used to run appointment setters on my account, right? If they did not respond in 10 minutes or 15 minutes of when I would send them a message on their shift, I would fire them. And it was strict. I went through every week. I had a new appointment setter. But if they can't even respond to me, how are they going to respond to my clients, the people that are actually interested? You know what I mean? So you have these boundaries and these rules on the response time for good reason. Deliver premium help at scale. So a lot of people, when they scale, they stretch themselves too thin. Happens. So you need to be knowing that you are delivering premium help. What I mean by this is as you scale, you need to bring more people on to help. So best way I can explain this is you can't do all the jobs yourself, right? You can't do, if you had a massive offer, there's no way that you could do coaching, you could do one-on-ones, you could do marketing, everything, right? You need people for all of these different roles, right? That's where the scale comes at, and that's where you keep the premium help at a standard, okay? Let's talk about upgrades. So top tier equals personal audits. Membership, monthly updates, certification, exam, plus listings, plus authority. So all these things are upgrades. Now, module 5. This one is the 0 to 20K a month plan. And like I said, after this video, you'll be able to go out into the world and know exactly what to do. So the 0 to 20 month plan, let's talk about it in 60 days. Phase 1, validate and pre-sale, days 1 to 15. Phase 2, deliver and gather proof, days 16 to 35. So you're gathering proof of concept from your clients in the last 1 to 15 days, and you're delivering that from 16 to day 35. Phase 3, scale and stabilize, days 36 and 60. This is the method. So like what we spoke about everything before, having all of those things in place, needing to validate, pre-sell, deliver, gather proof, scale, stabilize. All these things is going to be your plan to get to $20,000 a month profit in 60 days. Now let's break it up. Phase 1, validate. 20 discovery calls equals 3 pre-sales. Build MVP, record lessons plus templates. So this is you pre-filming the lessons. Let's say it's a fitness offer, you're pre-filming how to build big biceps like Asher Shaw, or how to get fit. Publish lead magnet, start daily DMs. So publishing lead magnet, which is like ads, marketing, social media posts, shout outs, whatever, post that stuff out there. Get the leads coming in and they want to buy the value, the templates, the recorded lessons, the coaching from you or from whoever you're selling. Phase 2, deliver and proof. Quick wins within 72 hours, collect screenshots, testimonials, refine curriculum based on real usages. So simple things like this, quick wins, people that showed wins, people that lost weight, people that changed mindsets, things like this, testimonials, you can grab screenshots and put them into the marketing, or you can give them to people that had that same objection or had that fear and really boost their chances of converting. Phase 3, scale. Hire setters to expand the DMs. Like I said before, remember, you cannot do everything. When the DMs start flowing in, you start talking to every single lead, there's no way that you can do coaching. There's no way you can do marketing. There's no way you can still record videos and check up on every single client. You can't do it. You need a DM setter. So hire a DM setter, launch community memberships, use retainer and webinars. Now, also with this, like I was saying before, you don't have to create your own digital product. You can be a DM setter. You can be a closer for someone that has already created their digital product, and that's perfectly fine. That's actually the best way to start making money online. Is how I started. So now the daily scorecard. These are the daily things that you want to be hitting when you are starting with your product or service. Create one content piece, conversion with 20 plus leads, convert 1 to 3 calls, care for existing clients. Simple. KPIs and scaling. Track leads, close rate. Now these are the KPIs and scaling. This is the KPIs that you want to hit. If you don't know what KPI means, key performance indicators, things that you need to hit every single day. Track leads, calls, close rate, refund rate, refine scripts for 5 to 10% improvement weekly, systems, effort, plus sustainable scaling. How does that all sound? So closing motivation. You only need consistency and not perfection. Every single closer thinks, oh, I just need to keep on doing this and get this perfect. No, you don't. You need to get in front of transactions. Anyone can learn, package, and sell knowledge. Start conversions today. Results, flow, execution. So starting today, imagine the transformation that you're going to have in 6 months when you just keep on being consistent with it rather than waiting 6 months for it to be perfection. Now, I know that I covered a lot in this video and I hope it made sense. If you guys have any questions at all, please reach out to me on either the comments or my Instagram. Now, if you are interested in getting the right coaching, getting someone to actually help you, the one-on-one mentoring, the right community, the results, there is a link in the description, like I was saying before, for you to book in a call and get started with them potentially. Now, they will run you through absolutely everything that you need, what you feel like you need, what you've tried, and they will build a plan for you to hit your goals. It's the same as what they did for me to get me out of the trade. So I'm sure that they can do it for you as well. Now, thank you so much for coming. It means so much. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.